You gotta align your chakras with your third eye out of your butthole.
Welcome to the Freedom Friends.
Yeah. It's been a few weeks. All right. We haven't sat in a circle. We need to unload the gun. Johnny boy, what are we about to do?
I don't know. We're about to 22 ourselves, or we're about to masturbate.
We're about to unload the other gun. That's right. It's time for the Freedom Friends Master Debate.
See.
Solving the world's problems as we do. How this works, kids, is Justin gives us a random topic. We go into it cold. We have no idea what he's going to say. And then we debate it badly and usually go off on tangents and talk some shit. Before we get into it, check out these sponsors.
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. Check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
And now that you did that, look us up on Patreon. All right. Fucking support the show. Okay.
Yeah, we're broke.
It's a new world. It's a new year. It's a new year. And if you like this shit, fucking put your money where your mouth's at, man. I'll be honest with you. We're fucking concerned. All
Well,
right?
we, at the end of the year, we had to spend all of our money on new equipment, so we wouldn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Which wasn't even a concern anyway.
No.
But now,
There wasn't
now
much
our
taxes
account is
being
at zero.
paid.
Yeah.
So.
But look, we've covered the bill for 4 years. Your turn. Help us out. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, we need some help. So check out the Patreon. It's linked in the below. It's $5 a month, $10 a month, $20 a month. You're not even going to miss it. I guarantee you. You're already spending way more than that on like the 3 Netflix fucking subscriptions that you pay for anyways. So just hook us up, dude. Justin, what you got for us, pal?
All right, boys.
Boys.
I want to know, who did you look up to while you were growing up?
Everybody taller than me.
Zing.
Yeah, I wasn't tall then.
Were you ever like taller than your class and then you stopped?
Yeah,
Yeah.
till like second grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he didn't grow anymore from there.
Well, that's it.
But I know a lot of people like that where
Damn,
like,
dude.
like I remember being in like the 5th grade and like, this motherfucker's tall. And then all of a sudden you're like, and he stopped. He just got there quicker.
I didn't realize I was tall until I moved to San Antonio. Because here I'm a giant.
Here's where I've met giants. My friend group are giants. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we kind of sought them out.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is short as fuck.
That's true. I mean, you look
Like
at
one
Leon.
of my favorite
It's like-
things to do in
Leon,
the San Antonio
Julian.
area is to go to concerts.
Because you can see.
No matter where I'm at, I have a clear line of sight on the stage.
Why do you think everything's set up here in tiers?
I know. And I'm only 6'1". It's not like I'm crazy tall.
I'm not tall at all. I'm just average.
I still disagree that you're 6'1".
I-
I've been 6'1" my whole life, and you're definitely tall.
I always wear boots.
That could be it.
Yep.
That could be it.
I don't know. I feel like John's taller.
He is taller.
I've said
He's taller than
Definitively
that.
Stand up.
73 inches.
I agree.
My
I'm-
entire life.
Stand up.
Same. I'm 73.
I have boots on. Let me take my boots off.
No, just stand up.
Well, it's going to look like I'm taller.
I'll take into account your boots.
You're definitely taller.
Definitely taller.
By inches. That's an inch.
Maybe.
I think he's 6'2". Take your shoes off.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
There we go.
y'all gotta go back to back.
I still think he's 6'2".
John, you have 2 inches on him.
It's easily 2
I
inches.
think he's 6'2".
Then you know what? Then maybe Mikey's not fucking 6 feet.
Yeah, he's lying. You're lying.
Yeah, that must be it,
It's
right?
5'11".
Oh, John's getting the tape measure.
Now, granted,
Only feelings can get
I
hurt
do
from
have-
this.
now, granted,
Mikey's 6'1" in combat.
after 7 IEDs, my spine might be a little shrunk.
I know that my whole life I've been 6'1". My whole life. no
Whole
matter
life. He
what.
walked
Every
out of the
time I've
womb.
been measured,
Since like two.
How many
every 3 years old?
inches is 6'1"?
73 inches.
73
I've,
inches.
I've always been 69
Stand up.
inches.
I'm gonna go right up your side. You hold on the ground.
There's no
Why
hair.
didn't you go
Oh.
up his spine?
Because for the video.
Well, now you're tilting.
It's
the
for
tape.
science.
John, you might be the wrong one here.
No, I'm not. I have 71 in them.
Oh.
Every quarter, that is not.
5'11". Called it.
Somebody come
I believe you.
I'm definitely not.
Don't move. Somebody come
Well, this thing ain't fucking straight, dude. I'm at 73 inches for fucking 20 years.
Stretch the neck
hey,
out, Mikey.
Hey, point the mic to you guys because nobody can hear you bitching about how short you are now. I'll be the narrator. We're measuring 71. Mikey's 71 inches.
I'm telling you, there is no. I've been 73 my whole life. It's not even close to 73. Nope.
Who do I look up to? John.
71.
It's 71 and some change.
There's no way I lost 2 inches. No fucking way.
So that explains why you always thought I was taller than you.
What's your driver's license say, you lying motherfucker?
73. Dude, I've been 6'1" forever.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
I'm 5'9".
And nobody's going to check that.
No,
Yeah.
you're 5'11".
My driver's license.
I'm
6'1".
Because he's actually.
Because you're like
5'6".
2 inches taller than me.
I think I'm 69 inches.
I'm 5'7", 67 inches.
All right, that makes sense.
I'm
So,
5'11", and
So I'm 69 inches. You're 5'11".
Well, okay. If you're 5'11",
I'm
See,
5'11"
you're
and
71
openly
inches.
lie and
I'm
say
69
I'm not
inches.
71.
so
He's 71.
so if
No,
you're
he's
5'11",
73.
that means that what
No,
he
I'm
just said.
73.
No,
he
he's
just said-
75.
He just said that you and I, Dustin, are the
It's a
same
sliding
height,
scale.
and I'm clearly taller than you.
that is also true.
So
You know what I'm saying? So if you're 5'11",
I don't think you're 5'11".
and I'm clearly taller
I've
than
been
you,
measured. I
just measured him.
Mikey, okay,
I
now
openly
Mikey,
lie.
I question your.
Mikey's 71 3/4, which is a quarter inch shy of 6 foot even. Okay, so if you're 5'11", he's still taller than you, but not by much.
yeah.
I'm just mathing the math here, boys.
If he's 6'1", I'm 5'9".
Let me see this tape measure.
No, because I'm 5'11", but I
I'll tell you what,
openly
the-
lie.
Mikey,
And
that
I
tape
will-
measure,
I will
that tape
support
measure
the
has
lie.
worked on everything else I've ever measured with it, including that.
yeah, according to this conversation, I'm 8.
I will support this lie.
pretty
You're
close.
6'1", but I'm 5'9".
Are you calibrating the tape measure?
Yeah, let's calibrate.
Well, the funny part is he opened it up like this and he looked at it, and then when he went under the table, he did this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you saw that. Yeah, I was like, this. Hey, this is supposed to be 6 inches, sir. This is clearly wrong. Well, I need to talk to every doctor I've ever been to.
Have them actually measure you.
Mikey,
Yeah, right?
when's your next checkup?
Actually, in a couple weeks.
Oh, well.
Hey, be like, hey, doc, listen.
I got a birthday this month,
They,
man.
they stopped doing the whole like stand against the wall with that
They-
little stick thing. They stopped
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that shit in like 8th grade.
The-
They're just
the
like, how
si-
tall are you?
That was the last time that
Years
Mikey got measured.
No.
Dude, I ran the S3 for my battalion.
No,
I measured
the
all
military
the
does.
time.
No wonder
The
why you're
military does.
fucking 6'1" now.
The psych docs know what they're doing. Like, let's give this guy a couple extra inches.
Dude, do you think I give a shit about? I'm still taller than 90% of the people I know.
Clearly, it's a big thing to you.
No. I just don't like being wrong.
The only thing I don't like about being 5'7" is how hard it is to find pants.
Like, so you can measure me if you want. I'm 73 inches.
What's your
You can measure if you want.
Measure him up the spine to the top of the head, just like I did you.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh if I grew.
This is a great podcast.
It's awesome. All because I made a horrible joke at the beginning. That's all this was. All I said was people taller than me.
That makes sense because you were 71.
Yeah, he's about 2 inches taller than you.
Told you I grew.
I mean, fuck, dude. Maybe, don't get me wrong.
The only reason I wanted to do that was to disprove that the tape measure was wrong. I don't care how tall I am. I'm 6'1"-ish. But this is right.
but
I got a question
It is
for
also
you.
100% feasible that I have shrunk.
Oh, 100. Yeah.
I got a question for you. Did you start powerlifting before or after the Marine Corps?
After. I did too.
That's not wrong.
So you gave up 4 inches.
Well, that
2 in your height,
he gave
2
up-
in your length.
One has nothing to do with the ability to
One of
lift.
those was a myth the whole time.
So what happened is gravity happened. So his height just transferred to the width.
Dude, I'm the
Just
lightest
compression.
right now. I'm the lightest that I've been since I retired from the Marine Corps.
Yeah, but
I am 215 right now.
now what's the difference in the makeup
Yeah.
of your body now versus then?
It's mostly gut.
Density.
That's
Actually, I was soft when I retired.
muscle weighs more
Less-
than fat.
Less by density. All right. A pound is a pound,
Yes.
which means that you can
is
be
true.
huge and weigh less than you did when you were in shape.
Exactly.
Or you could be like me. I weigh more when I'm in shape.
Yeah.
Like a lot
Because
more.
muscle.
Weighs more. Yeah.
We're all saying the same thing.
Yeah. We're all agreeing.
5'7".
So
Anyways,
we figured
who was
that
your-
I am taller than
Who
you.
was your role model so that I can try to get off of
Oh,
this
yeah,
fucking
sure.
conversation?
I
Who was
forgot
your
where
role
we were
model
at.
growing up?
Optimus Prime.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's
Fucking
not.
A.
I'm
Wait.
glad you didn't grow up now. Because Optimus Prime, when somebody says Optimus Prime, right now I think of that.
The
fat
new
training.
movie.
New hero solo.
Gorlock the Destroyer.
Yeah. Krasnor.
Optimus Prime.
Mikey, why did you look up to Optimus?
Well, when your dad splits when you're 2, and your brother's a fucking weirdo who beats you up all the time.
The giant robot that shows loyalty is kind of attractive.
Pretty good move, dude. Between him and Sergeant Slaughter on G.I. Joe.
Hell yeah.
You know, like, no, my brothers were cool. Both of them were awesome. My brother Donnie, definitely looked up to him. He was he was a PJ in the Air Force during Desert Storm and shit. Like, definitely looked up to him. My brother Joe was just there all the time, so he beat me up and shit. I actually talked shit to him about this the other day. And he was like, I was a good brother. I'm like, you were a dog shit brother, man. You were fucking mean to me. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, no.
I was a dick brother.
No. Like, and honestly, like, the age gap between him and I is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're 9 years apart.
I was 5.
You know, like,
I was close
You're
enough.
the
To,
same
I was
age
close
gap
enough
as
to.
me and my sisters.
you know,
I was close enough to be mean. So
you were, well, believe me, you could be farther and be mean.
yeah.
like, yeah, mine was a fucking dick to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, toughened me up, made me a tough guy, you know. But as far as like positive male role model, and this isn't a dig on my brother because he didn't have one either.
Are
You
we
know,
are we talking people like actual people in our lives, or
Well, just
No,
anybody.
Anything.
Could be
Anything that
anybody.
you look
But
at
honestly,
as like a waypoint.
like I know I said it like a joke, but Optimus Prime, dude. Like, I'm fucking genuinely like when the movies came out and the same guy voiced him. When he was like, I am Optimus Prime, I was like, father. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, holy shit. Like, yeah, it's true.
yeah?
Well, how about you? Charlemagne?
No, for me, one of the very first books I ever read was the Carlos Hathcock book. And
Yeah.
honestly, like
That
then
explains so much.
it does. And then I got into a lot of other military books, and like that's kind of what I looked up to.
How have I not brought my copy of that to see, for you?
What's that?
I have a signed copy
Oh, that's awesome.
of Carlos Hathcock's book. Yeah.
It's in the drawer next to his other 2 inches.
Also a myth.
It's just in a drawer by itself.
Actually, I think I've seen the signed copy of the Carlos Hathcock book. I think you
I
brought
think
it
you
to
have.
work. Yeah.
You have. Yeah.
I got a Dick Marcinko.
I don't know what you're talking,
Signed
making
book.
dick jokes. You and I are like fucking twins down there, pal.
Yeah.
It just looks bigger on you because you're 5'7" or whatever.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In a lineup, they'd be like, can't
Ooh,
it's too
ooh,
big.
ooh. I got a follow on question. Would you rather be 5'7" with flowing locks of hair, or tall and bald?
Well, I know 2 of the 4 people's answers on this show.
I'd rather be tall with hair, man. Fuck.
Well, that's not an option.
No, you either get average with hair
Oh, I like me then.
or tall with bald.
I like me.
Yeah.
I like tall. I like tall and bald.
I'll take thinning hair in the middle.
Yeah, your hair does look wonderful.
I'm so.
You know what's
mediocre.
awesome about my height is new airplanes.
New airplanes. Oh, with the new fucking baggage fucking deals.
And all the fact that the seats, they shrunk all the seat gap by like 4 inches because they could get a whole nother row in.
Yep.
I didn't notice.
So you're
I definitely did.
are you one of those guys that has a window seat that as soon as the plane touches down, you can stand up?
Yep.
That's awesome.
At least you're not one of those.
How do I feel about those people, Justin?
Mikey fucking loads those people.
Justin has seen me
Look,
make fucking scenes on
I
aircraft.
don't try.
I can't wait. I can't
I
wait.
don't try to get out or anything.
Yeah,
But it is like I've been sitting here for 5 fucking hours.
sure.
Like all I want to do is just like actually like change the position of my fucking knees
Yeah.
because both of my knees are blown.
Let's be real though, Jazz. You can do this.
I can and I do quite a bit.
You're
That's why I fucking hate the ones that have that stupid little baggage loop on them. That shit that's supposed to keep your under seat shit from sliding out. Because I'm like, fuck. Because if it's not there, I can literally like legs fully extended.
So I can't extend my legs because my knees hit the seat in front of me.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I can't
The new-
wiggle them to get under.
The new aircraft with the smaller rows.
I can't wait
I didn't
till
notice.
Justin gets to fly back from Nicaragua. Because on the return flight from Nicaragua, when you land, everybody from the back of the plane is already moving up the aisle before
catching.
while
Yeah,
it's
it didn't even
taxiing.
stop yet.
Yeah,
What?
they're from the back of the plane already
It's like
at
they're
the door.
trying to run up the plane when it gets there.
Yeah.
And then
It's-
realize
While it's moving,
It is
it's
insane.
great.
the whole back third will stand up and move.
You guys are going to learn so much on this trip. I'm so
wow.
excited.
Mikey, I didn't think people could get worse.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
They can, dude.
yeah.
Wow.
That
Like, no, I have a fucking personal beef with the people who, like, as soon as the light goes off, everybody stands up and like and it's like, dude, you're in row 50.
yeah. You have 30. You have
Fuck
30
right
minutes.
off.
I don't,
Like,
I don't
like,
try to
guys,
get out. I will literally let everybody go.
You
I just
guys
sit.
need,
Mine's just like
I wait my turn.
if you guys take
I'll
a
wait.
trip to Europe, you need to book a flight. And it's just in between countries in Europe, and it's with a company called Ryanair.
Yep.
And they're very popular. They're actually getting world known. They have some international flights that go now.
They're
too.
flying out of Jersey now.
Yeah, they're all over. And it's dirt fucking cheap. It's probably like $20 to fly from Jersey to somewhere in Europe.
It's like 140, but yeah,
Tomato.
it's like 3
It's
raspberries
inflation.
to go international.
By inflation. So when you go over there and you go to like get on your plane, you don't even get like now boarding group A.
It's just now boarding.
They say, hey, this flight's going to Munich. And everyone's like, okay. And they're like, get on the plane.
Oh
And
my
that's it.
god, no.
But not only that, there's no like ramp, right? You walk out the door and you're on the tarmac and there's like sporadically placed cones. And then there's a set of stairs on the front and the back of the plane.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
You go wherever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter. There's no assigned seats.
You know what's funny?
No. Good luck. Have
Everybody's-
fun.
It's like a bus.
But
And
everybody
I don't
sits
know if I
about as fast as it takes to board a
yeah.
Southwest.
And now if
I
you've
don't know
never-
if I could
Sure,
mentally
sure.
handle it.
Now, if you've never been to Europe, then you know, and you've only experienced the United States.
they don't queue.
In Europe, there are no lines.
Yep. It's a
They
mess.
don't know how to get in a line. It is just a metric clusterfuck of who gets to the front first.
Okay, no.
There's no like, hey, you were in front of me,
You've
you're
been to
behind me.
Nicaragua. Have you done the DR yet?
No.
But you've been to Nicaragua.
Yeah.
So you know how traffic lights, cars just kind of fit where they fit.
Yeah.
There's shit painted on the road,
Right.
It doesn't matter.
but that
Polite
doesn't necessarily
suggestion.
mean
Just a polite
where the cars
suggestion.
so. All European lines are like that.
Oh.
So like
Even if they have a spot for a line,
doesn't matter.
nobody does.
All right.
So like let's say you wanted to go see a movie in Europe, and there's the glass box that you walk up to,
Yep.
get tickets to go do whatever
There's
the fuck
just
you want to
a
go see.
mob in front.
There's
of it.
just people in a ball.
This
and you
leads
just-
me to a story that I forgot to tell, and thank you for reminding me. So I'm at NASA, right? We're doing the whole visitor thing.
This is recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like right before New Year's.
Yeah.
All kinds of Chinese people, all kinds of foreigners. Like NASA must be a huge like tourist trap for foreigners, right?
Well, it's either that or they have to go to Russia to see it.
They're collecting intel. They're like, this will work
Right.
on our balloon.
But there's a lot of lines in NASA to see certain things.
Yeah.
Not one white person budged in front of me,
Keep going.
but everybody else tried to.
That's because they don't.
And then they littered.
Yeah.
I thought it was because they were rude motherfuckers.
No,
So
it's just,
It's their culture.
that's it.
Okay, so-
they're not wrong.
And by the way,
Michelle's
Different.
Michelle's a
in-
boxing out motherfucker.
She's boxing fools.
Oh yeah.
this is all the European countries, all the way down into the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
So Italy, they all do it.
Why?
There are no lines. You just fit where you can fit.
Yeah. That's it.
And literally, it is that whole carpe diem thing.
How did
He who is most aggressive
do you want to
gets
know
to go
why?
first.
How
Right?
did,
This
how
is-
did we,
this is the
how did
only
we get
reason-
this in America?
This is the only reason why I figured out what the why behind it.
It's England.
Right. Is because
England?
so when you're in Europe and you're traveling places where there's going to be a line, typically it's because it's some tourist attraction.
Okay.
Right. They don't give a fuck about your experience because your experience is how you perceive whatever you're viewing.
Right.
So the creature comforts that we cater to in this country, because it doesn't matter what's on display here. Was it easy for me to get in and out? Cool. Yeah, I'll go again. Was it worth it? Not really, but it was a good, smooth experience.
I feel like it's just so fucking rude, though.
We don't have anything in this country that
It's
people
rude.
come here to
To
see
It's
just
rude
because
here.
of it.
Well, and that need a line. So like when people come here, like I want to see the Grand Canyon, and it's like
No
it's
line.
a giant hole in the ground.
Well, there was a
There's
line.
no fucking line.
There was a line at fucking NASA.
yeah.
And this fucking family tried to
But- and
fucking
it-
cut that
and
whole
it-
line.
It's because
Fuck.
NASA is controlling the experience. People aren't going there to see the building that NASA's in.
Also,
They're pushing people around to see specific
Yeah.
things in a specific order.
and so that
in Europe, they don't give a
experience thing
fuck.
about with Europe doesn't look at your experience as a whole. So like, let's say, whatever, you're in France and you're trying to get into one of the museums to see a painting. You were there to see the painting. The rest of your experience on
Yeah.
getting to that painting has nothing to do
yeah, but
with what it
That's-
was like
that's-
to see
all
the
right.
painting.
The Mona
All right.
Lisa.
But
yeah,
what- but-
the Mona Lisa is a great example of that
Perfect
because
example.
But what
it's
I'm-
in its own room and
but
you just
what
go
I'm,
into a gaggle.
what I'm talking about, though, is person to person.
Got kissed in that room by a dude.
Like, just person to person. Like, isn't it just rude as fuck to like
Not in their culture.
you see 300 people in fucking line.
now,
and you're gonna
now
go to
we
the fucking front.
now you are getting into regional morality,
Yeah, it's not,
and that's a
it's-
whole separate conversation.
It's not
Yeah.
their culture to, in their eyes, they're not in the wrong. At
No.
all.
Well,
They're essentially they're looking at this line and being like, these fucking idiots. Why isn't anybody
Here.
just going up to the front?
You've gone to
And
the
they
Middle
walk
East.
right up.
In the
Huh.
Middle East, it's very rude to show the bottoms of your feet.
well, then is it rude to punch them in the fucking face?
Well, it depends on where they come from. Eastern Europe, probably not.
But you've been to the Middle East. In the Middle East, it's very rude to show the bottom.
Welcome to Bratislava.
Here, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's a cultural. It's rude to them.
Oh.
Doesn't make any fucking sense to you.
Uh,
So it gets into cultural normity.
Yeah.
So
You can listen to it in SM when we launch this.
Yeah. We.
Nobody can hear you, dude. It's very muffled. These are really good.
But so that's the biggest difference that's between, bro, we're recording a podcast.
I can't hear you.
That's the biggest difference between how people act in Europe and when they come to the States to vacation,
Yeah.
they just don't fucking know any better.
Right.
Like they just don't fucking, like somebody might be like, hey man, there's lines, you better stay in line. People are like, "Pfft." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just their culture is so different over there.
that's also why there's so much of that stigma about Americans, that Americans are rude. Because we'll say shit that they just will
Yeah.
never fucking say.
We'll stand there and they're cut right in front of us. And you're like, hey, you fucking asshole, what are you doing?
Like-
and they're like, why are you being so rude?
You get like a
Because to
fucking
them, it's just,
East
hey, there
Coast
was a
brooded
gap.
dude. And you're like, hey, fucker, I'm standing here. And they're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, like I was talking to somebody about this recently, and they were talking about how rude people in Paris were, and I was like, I didn't see it. I thought everybody. I didn't have a single negative interaction my entire time there.
Parisians are one of those ones though that they
Like-
will treat you exactly how you treat them.
But there was people going out of their way to help me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were fucking great people.
It was
And I
also,
like, dude,
you also
guys are
got to
nice.
understand the time that you're there.
True.
Yeah, you're there when Americans are very liked.
That's-
Well, not in Paris though. In Normandy for sure.
No,
Yeah, but they're like that all the time.
Normandy's the Texas of
a-
France,
a-
man.
a-
They fucking love that.
a Normandy anniversary
Yeah.
brings in more money than that country brings in
Yeah.
in probably
That's-
3 months.
They knew
probably
you were
true.
there to spend money, and
But-
so they're like,
Okay,
hey.
but the random college kid on the fucking, or the random 30-year-old dude on the fucking subway,
Yeah.
when I'm looking at the thing confused, walked up that was like, sir, how can I help you? Where are you trying to go? Like, I'm
Yeah,
not the tourism isn't helping him
Right.
out.
Yeah.
He's just being a good dude.
Right.
You know, and that's why I was like, dude, everything I'd heard about Parisians was wrong.
I think there's good people everywhere.
Yeah, same,
Oh.
dude. Like everything I'd heard, I was like, these people are fucking awesome. I had a great time.
We've
dude.
all traveled internationally.
Like-
I will tell you right now, you will find whatever experience you expect.
Yeah.
So it is the definition of you will find what you hunt. If you go over there and you expect everybody to be a pain in the ass, that's exactly the experience you're going to have.
Right.
But
But-
if you go there for
But
this
I
is going to be awesome.
I expected everybody to be a pain in the ass, and I was pleasantly wrong. And I
What's
was
cool,
like,
though, is that
fucking A.
you probably
My
had
problem was I went to NASA figuring everybody would be pretty cool and all these
They
fucking
weren't.
foreigners. I was the minority there.
But you probably went and you probably very early on had a positive experience, and it probably shifted your mindset while you were there.
Oh,
going,
maybe. Yeah.
Oh, I was lied to. This is all awesome. And so now your expectation was people are going to be great.
But plus, I mean, you put out great energy towards somebody.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, this is a
You can
nice
still
guy.
read
Yeah.
that shit.
You know, like, I mean, and that's universal. That transcends
I
fucking
am-
language.
I am curious on the original question.
I did, however, when I was in Paris, and I forgot to tell you about this. While I was there, I asked a Parisian.
Mhm.
I was in a bar. Haley and I were at a bar. We were at an Irish pub because that's what you do in
That
Paris.
makes sense. Yeah.
And I was talking to one of them, and I was like, a buddy of mine met a guy in Burkina Faso in Africa, and he said that all Americans walk into the room dick first. And they're
He
like,
was a Parisian.
and they were like, 100%.
Yeah.
I was like, yep. They're like, we knew you were American the way you walked in. I was like, I didn't walk in cocky. They're like, no, we just knew. We just knew.
Was I
Like,
supposed
he was a Parisian. Like he was a from Paris.
It's
living in
like-
Burkina Faso.
You guys walk in penis first. Like, yeah.
So me and the British
like
guy
that.
spent all night just ripping this guy apart.
Yeah. I would have walked into every room the rest of my fucking time there. Just fucking.
I did. Every time I went to sat down, I would like arc my back. There was just dick everywhere.
Yeah.
I am curious though on the original question. John, I would like to know who you looked up to.
Growing up,
Growing up.
me growing up, it was very interesting because everyone I looked up to ended up dying before I became a teenager.
Oh, I totally expect you to say like Rip Torn.
No, it was all family. It
only
really
in
was.
Beastmaster.
Oh,
But you know, like my grandfather was a huge role in my life.
Mhm.
When he passed away, I think I was 11 or 12. Actually, I take it back. My uncle didn't die. He just kind of died to everybody.
just disappeared.
And no, he's still around. He's just
Yeah,
not
no,
the person anyway.
but he's not.
Yeah.
He disappeared.
Yep. My dad was a solid role model. Like I wish I could be more like him. I've never heard my dad raise his voice and to anybody or for any reason.
I just want a tracksuit like your dad.
Right.
Thing like,
But no, it's insane. Like the world could fucking fall apart, and he's like, "Well, this is tough, but we'll make it work." You know, and it's just like, how the fuck did you get that mentality?
Just
I ended up
supreme
like me.
Just supreme optimism.
Yeah, you know?
I've only met your dad the one time.
That was my stepdad.
Was that who I met?
Yeah.
He had a sweet tracksuit.
Yeah. That was my stepdad.
Your stepdad's a cool dude.
But he was cool.
No,
as
he-
fuck.
Very nice guy.
But he had that same mentality of just kind of like,
So he was prior military guy. Growing up, he didn't have that mentality. He has a mentality now that he's retired. He can get a bunch of money in the bank, and he's just kind of chilling.
oh, he's
you
figured
know?
it out. Yeah.
Life's chilling. Yeah.
But he's the biggest Jew out of my entire family, and he's not Jewish. It's so funny. Like it's funny.
He is by osmosis.
No, he is just because the way that he grew up.
Shame on you.
But
It was good.
like
It was really good.
Great joke.
But shame on you.
like that motherfucker, he holds patents for Intel. And my sisters are like, "Hey, I just got in a car accident. My car's totaled. Their insurance company's fucking me. Can you help me out with a vehicle?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I can't really afford to give you any money until like, a month and a half from now." It's like, motherfucker.
Dividend pay.
Like you retired from Intel, meaning you've worked there for 20 plus years, and I know how much the fuck you made 15 years ago.
yeah, but that's exactly how they hold on to their money.
Oh, don't get me wrong. That's why he's in the position that he's in right now. But it's
also
like,
a good-
get your goddamn daughter.
It's a good parent, but you know what? It's also a good parenting move. It's like, I'll bail you out eventually, but I want you to figure it out for a month.
You,
know what I mean?
you
Like,
at least need to feel it.
yeah,
But
like
the thing
figure
is,
it out.
In that
Like, you know,
situation where somebody did really well for themselves,
yeah.
but they didn't always do really well for themselves. And
Yeah.
at that age, they probably had something
The only
catastrophic
time
that
that-
happened,
the only
and they
time
didn't
that-
have somebody to bail them out.
The only time he did do well for himself was the first 2 years that I knew him.
Yeah.
After that, and that was while he was in college. As soon as he got out of college, electrical engineering degree and the fucking tech boom, yeah, he was all set.
That's like, what is, so I just heard about a new, a job I didn't know existed. And apparently you can get this job literally right out of college. The degree is insane. And now I can't remember the fucking acronym for it.
Underwater basket weaving.
No. So what these people are is they graduate from college with this analytics degree and they go to work for the big trade houses. And they specialize in doing all of the risk analysis on what these major trade houses,
Operational risk management.
but it's a name. They've got a word for it. And these people come out of college and at 22 make like $580,000 a year plus bonus.
Yeah.
And the reason I found out about it was
I might be going back to school, boys.
yeah. So the reason and it's something weird. They're called like a scuff or it's this weird ass title. And I can't remember I'll find it. But the reason I found out about it, it was one of these pages that was doing about like the full income breakouts. So it like starts as like your whole income and then it like spiders out into the thing. And it showed like tax break, how much they spend on like clothing, insurance, housing, like, and it's this like chart of how it all breaks out and where the money flow is. And they were talking about economic impact when you make that level. So like she was making $580,000 a year and $328,000 of it was being paid into taxes alone. Just
Jesus fuck.
off the top.
God damn.
It was because she was in that bracket.
Yeah.
So she was losing like 60-something% of her income.
Wow.
And she lived in Manhattan and had to be at work at 7 a.m. every day because you have to be there in order to be
When the
looking at
market
what's
opens.
going to happen before the market opens and
Another
da-da-da-da-da.
40% of her income living in Manhattan.
And then, but that was the thing is that she was living in like a 1-bedroom apartment that was like $4,800 a month because she has to be close enough to the trade floor to be able to get to her,
she's
to
lucky
get
she has
to
a
her office
bedroom.
and shit.
She's lucky it's not a studio.
Right. And so it was all this, but I can't remember the name of it. And it's stuff like that where you look at it and be like, yeah, right out of college, on paper, she is making an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
She's taking home 38 grand.
But there's all this other stuff that goes with it. Like she had a $15,000 a month clothing budget. And I know that sounds insane, but you have to think about the floor you're on and
Every
who you're
outfit
dealing with.
she's wearing is a $5,000 outfit.
think
But
American
she
Psycho.
won't be taken seriously
Think American.
if she doesn't look right.
Think American Psycho.
Yeah.
New card. Let me see your
Yeah.
new card.
No,
What is that, a
What is that?
watermark?
Is that eggshell with
Yeah.
a watermark?
I see it on
Like
a daily
shit like that.
basis with Mal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
He's in that
insane.
same
The
industry.
game you have to play. And
It's
so
We
it was like,
see Mal and she looks like a fucking hood rat. You
That's
should see her in
because
the morning when she goes to
because
work.
she needs
No,
to
I've-
fucking
I've seen-
unwind.
I've seen Mal done
Mhm.
and it's like, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I talk to you about where I invest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it.
Mal cleans up. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
Happy
makes
belated
sense.
again to her too. Like we
So-
celebrated her birthday.
So yours was
Well,
mostly family.
Yeah,
you looked up
yeah,
to.
mostly family. A couple close family friends. But every single person when I was younger that I was looking up to, none of them are around anymore. Like,
Now you
My-
said
I mean, my
male
dad
role
is.
model.
No.
Now what about just role model? Because just role model, I had a grandmother
Yeah.
who was a fucking G.
Yeah.
Right? Like I looked up to my grandma. You know, now granted, this is my grandma who like slept with a loaded 38 snub nose under her
Right.
pillow and fucking taught me how to fish, taught me how to hunt. Like fucking
right.
like grandma was a badass, right? And she was from a different era of human, you know? And so like that was my big
Yeah.
role model. That was a positive role model, but it still is not a male role model, right?
Oh, I didn't say
Like-
male. I just wanted to
Yeah.
know who he looked up to
Yeah.
growing
Yeah.
up. I don't. Right? You could-
I mean, it
Fucking-
was
Well, how
mostly
about you,
family.
pal?
Me?
Yeah, who'd you look up to?
For me, it was my grandfather.
My grandfather and his brothers, they were all World War II vets. Every single one of them. They were all very successful businessmen over
Yeah.
the course of their lives.
Now, I didn't lose my grandfather till I was in my mid-30s, and it was rough.
They're also mob. My
Uh,
uncle owned a dump. He still
nice.
does. Well, the family still does, but yeah.
They're not mom, they're just in sanitation.
Duxbury dump, bro.
They're just in sanitation.
Go read all the books.
Dude.
Yeah.
Go read
They're-
all the books, and every time they mention the Duxbury dump, think of me.
Oh, I'm well aware, and it's just sanitation.
Now,
Sanitation, John.
I don't give a fuck.
up till about 13, it was my grandfather. The big reason for me was that he was so decisive.
Yeah.
Like there was no
Well, maybe. Let me think
maybe
about
this,
it.
that, and the other. It was just he looked at a situation just like, that's what we're gonna do. And I really respected the fact that it looked like he had it all figured out. And then I went through some shit and family stuff and whatever. And I looked for my solution to escapism, something that I could relate to, but wasn't my story. It was something else to pay attention to. And I found Kevin Smith's movies.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so Kevin Smith, as I started to research his story, how he kind of figured stuff out and whatever, he became somebody that I really looked up to, from the idea of he would kind of said, fuck the machine, I'll do it my way.
Credit card debt.
Yeah.
Woo!
And you know, and
literally how it happened. How many credit cards he maxed out for clerks?
it was
4?
4 at 23 grand. That's how we made the movie.
like 23
And,
grand each.
And but he got the movie made, and it was a huge gamble. I mean, it was
Sure.
either it's going to work or I'm going to ruin my life. Like this is
Either way, we'll figure it out.
yeah. And so,
Yeah.
you know, it happened to work for him.
Yeah.
And so I liked that, and so that did some other stuff. But yeah, growing up, it was definitely my grandfather.
Yeah.
And then
What about now?
who do I look up to now?
I mean, because let's be real. I mean, even now, there's still people out there that we look up to. You know, which it's probably harder to decipher that.
You know, I'm gonna put one out there. And this was from when we started Warfighter, and it's a very interesting, but it's somebody that we all know, and that's Evan Hafer.
Yeah.
Because at the time he was in the process of building what is now Black Rifle, but we got some of the early experiences with him. Like, I mean, they were operating out of a back room behind another business. Early Black Rifle experiences, you know. So seeing kind of where they were and where they came, and we got to sit down and have some phenomenal conversations with them. But that really opened my eyes as in like a business sense of somebody to like, you know, hey, I'm going to pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to a dinner with Evan and a whole bunch of other people. We were there for like a big thing, right? Well, everybody stiffed Evan with the bill.
Yeah.
Except us. We paid our way, right? And
We didn't know that everybody else stiffed him. We just paid
That's
our
fucking,
bill like
that's fucking lame.
well, it just
That's lame for people to do.
I don't know that they did it on purpose or if they
it was kind of a weird like
That's not something you assume though.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, right?
I feel like that's rude as shit. And I'm a poor.
But I remember,
Like, okay, and I'll still paint my own shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
I remember Evan's like, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, who do you look up to?
I don't know. Evan's a good one, but
It's a hard question.
yeah, no, it's hard to look up to anybody.
well, unless you actually have like
I'm jaded.
We're all jaded.
kind
That's
of
why
a
it's hard.
dedicated mentor.
Yeah.
Like somebody that you labeled that. It's hard to figure out, like, you know, because in theory, we could say that we all look up to each other.
Sure.
Because I definitely use you guys to hold myself accountable for things.
Yeah.
So in theory, I could say that, yeah, I look up to you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's a very broad
I mean, that's
statement.
fucked.
Well, no, it's not.
it's not fucked, and I'm
it's accountability.
because if you brought it up, I was actually going to bring up you.
All it is accountability.
And
Like
it's-
I need somebody that whether they say anything to me or not, I know that they're gonna fucking judge me on it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you 3 fucks.
Yeah.
4.
I was going to bring up you, and the reason being for that is you have a mentality of mitigated gambling.
It's fun, but I need information first.
Right. It's like
That's true. You were a thinker, buddy.
to get where you want to be. It's not that you're willing to not take the risk, but it's going to be a very informed decision.
Okay.
I like to kind of do things the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, look up to, I guess, is
I'm a little fly by the seat of my pants.
the look up to thing is a hard phrase.
It's more.
right?
It's
like,
it's more look at.
yeah.
Or
It's kind of
just
a-
admire. You admire them for something.
It's one of those like, they kind of approach things the same way I do. So it makes a good sounding board. It makes
Right.
like that kind of stuff. It is not I don't think they make a wrong decision or,
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
I fucking make wrong decisions all the time.
but it is one of those like, I don't know. There's a level of comfort in knowing that there's somebody else out there that kind of your decision-making process is similar.
Right.
So then all of a sudden it's like, maybe we're not completely fucked up.
Well, that
Either that or the two of us have no fucking idea what we're doing.
I think
Like
a lot of it also comes down to, and I know I just said it right before you were saying that, but judgment. You know, if I approach somebody and I'm looking for whether it's information or advice or whatever, and instead of getting that, I receive judgment, I'm not going to go to that person again
Right.
because I don't want to be judged.
I don't want to be
just
judged.
need
I want the
fucking
talk
help.
out. Yeah,
You know
or-
what I mean?
or I just, or I want the non-judgment talk out.
Mhm.
It's the whole like, look, I just need somebody to bounce this off of.
Right.
I'm not
Well-
saying this is what I'm gonna do, but I wouldn't mind, play devil's advocate for me
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
measure it or whatever. And when you can have that in somebody that doesn't go, the fuck are they thinking? And then like,
Right.
it is just a,
It's like, hey, I'll work this problem with you.
Yeah,
Whether
and
it's
it's-
right or wrong,
and
it
it's
doesn't
like-
matter.
and then at the end of it going like, but this is still your call. Like,
I think I learn more through criticism now than I do like, oh, you're doing great. Like that doesn't help me.
Yeah.
Like, and like I know I'm super guilty of not giving positive reinforcement when something's done correctly. And that's because I don't seek
Justin's over there nodding his head internally.
the problem. Because
Are you trying to get me fired, motherfucker?
no, I mean honestly, it's a perfect example. Like he crushes it with everything that he does, and the kind of reward for it
is
is
a paycheck.
it's that. And when a project's complete, it's like, hey man, good job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But you're not a, and again, that's kind of, you and I are the same thing on the whole, like, I don't need a gold star. Like if I
like my gold
if I
star is
talk-
the world's not burning around me.
if I talked it out, if I measured the risk, if I did what I needed to do, and then I did it and it worked,
it's just how it's supposed to be.
then that's how it's supposed to be. I did the thing.
Success speaks louder than reward.
And
Yeah.
I don't need the gold star. Now, I'm not going to lie. For me, all of my gold stars are now, what does my profit margin look like? Like that's I'm rolling dice to see,
yeah.
does it do better? Is it more efficient? Does it do this, that, and the other? And I don't need somebody else, I guess, to go, hey, you're doing great. And honestly, I've gotten to the point where now it makes me uncomfortable. I have these
Very
people
much
that'll want to do the whole like, you just have to crushing it. And you're doing this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, I'm just doing my job.
Because I'll bet you your mindset is the same mindset that mine is, and the same that Scott is. It's in my mind, we're not crushing it,
No,
right? Like from the outside looking in, it might look like we are. From the inside, we might be. In my mind, we're not. There's 10,000 other things we could be doing, and like I feel like that's every good business owner's mentality. Though is I'm not there yet. I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
There's more that I got to,
And for me, the bottom line isn't the guiding light. It's like I want my employees to be happy.
I'm gonna fuck my employees.
Difference between a boss and a fucking leader.
But no, I want there to be a good environment to work in, and
if it's not fun, why the fuck are we doing
yeah, like I would like to pay my bills.
You would like,
I don't need to become rich.
you want more worthwhile.
Yes, I want my life to be good. I
Sure.
want
enjoyable?
Yeah.
I want to be able to take off from Christmas to after New Year's and not have there be any problems. And I didn't get one motherfucking phone call, and I didn't call one time.
I got one call,
Was
and I didn't even
Was
need
it
it,
great?
and that's the
It was
best
great.
part.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's peace of mind, baby.
Yeah.
That's what
Like,
I've always
that's
told my
awesome.
staff though, when they want to like freak out over this, that, and the other. I'm always like, yo, we sell little plastic dolls. We're not carrying cans.
Just be like, dude, it's just games.
Fucking relax.
Just games, dog.
It's-
I think we had an inventory.
Don't be
management
fighting people over this
issue.
shit.
Our orders, our inventory management system couldn't keep up with how
Yeah.
fast the orders were coming in. And what happened was 3 orders, 1 item got oversold, literally by 6 cigars. So it was either, okay, when I get home, I can sift through my humidor at home, find these cigars and we can fulfill them, or we can email the customer and ask, hey, would you like something in replacement and the difference in a refund?
We ran into that. It was one item. We had one item that oversold on our system.
2 out of the 3 people I personally knew. So I just text them and be like,
Yeah.
hey man, sorry.
Yeah.
We had one item that oversold, and we had a staff member that was like, I looked everywhere. I tore the store apart. I couldn't find it. And I was like, relax.
It's okay.
You know what?
And I emailed the customer and I was like, it's already on order. You can either wait for my vendor to deliver it to me, which is usually within 72 hours, and I'll ship it, or I'm happy to issue you a refund. And they went, it's cool.
Yeah,
My
I'll-
local place has it. If you could just issue the refund. Done.
Yeah.
Or
They were like,
9 times out of 10,
appreciate the service. I'll continue to shop.
and 9 times out of 10, if you reach out, they're just gonna be like,
They're
oh
super
wait,
cool with it.
you know what I mean? Like, hey, I fucked up.
You know what? This is going to sound like I'm kissing ass, but the person presently that I think I look up to the most is my wife. It's Haley.
Yeah.
The girl's fucking crushing. And like that work ethic, her work ethic fucking blows my mind. I'm like, you were lost
One of
on
you has to have
fucking
it.
the HI. Fucking A, right? I had it before. The first 15 years, that was me. It's on her now.
You just passed the torch. Huh?
Like when I was working 3 jobs and had nothing except fucking like, bills and crazy
Fuck yeah,
shit.
why do you think I hired mine?
to be fair to her,
Smart, dude.
to be fair to your wife, she really has no choice.
No, because I'm fucking done, bro. Like, but no, dude, I look up to her. Like that girl's fucking mentality and approach towards professionalism and shit, and like the way I've watched her lead her team and stuff, and how important it is to
Okay,
her and all this.
put
It's like,
that on a
God
t-shirt.
Damn,
Professionalism and shit.
professionalism and shit.
Just that needs to be
That is a great shirt.
Professionalism.
Matter of fact, that's going on the fucking Freedom. But by the way, Freedom Friends merch is on its way. All right, I have been working on that.
Professionalism
And shit.
But yeah, dude, like she's been absolutely murdering, just fucking murdering.
Yeah.
right there.
And
Thank
it's so impressive. Like, so if presently, I think the person, like if you asked me today who I look up to the most,
Yeah.
and I stand in awe of that woman sometimes, man. She does good shit.
I think on the next episode, or next debate, we'll start with a small debate again, and then we'll talk about who we were the most proud of. Because now we talked about who we looked up to, so now we have time to think of who we're the most proud of next time.
Ooh,
Might as well get emotional on these fucking things.
fucking A. Fucking A.
Well, some of the best responses we get are when we actually like
Well,
talk about something
but no,
real.
but he was
It's
talking.
like that time we went into that religious debate and everybody's like, holy fuck, these guys.
Well, no, because
God, that episode was long.
He was talking about all the things that Haley's done, and like my sister set goals when she was in high school, and she is so far past them now.
That's awesome.
And like I wish I had discipline like that.
But my girlfriend
But I
or the other
fucking-
one?
Or
your
fucking
girlfriend.
look over here in the fucking corner.
That's what I mean.
Look
You know,
at
like
this
there's
fucking
so many,
turd, dude. Like,
there's a lot of
dude,
people we can
I
talk
didn't
of.
bring him up as a role model because his dick's already big enough.
I know,
And,
right?
Like,
But,
he needs to
dude,
just calm the fuck down.
and I'll be honest, I look up to this little fucker too.
That's because he had more shit squared away at 23.
Way more. Like,
I use them as examples when I talk shit to people that are
Oh,
younger.
dude,
than me.
the song
Look, well,
wasn't
I
even,
can't do that. I'm like, listen,
the
I
song
know this
hadn't even-
dude.
the song hadn't even been written yet, but at 23, I was just thinking with my dick.
Nope.
That's all it was.
This motherfucker at 23 was on his second brand new car,
Yeah.
owned a house, like had already started his career and shit. And I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Dude, like, fuck out of
Although I was parent number 3, so I'm taking credit.
Yeah, right? You get a little bit. Technically, I've signed as his guardian before he's successful, so I'll take a little bit of that.
Well, y'all kind of stole mine. I was going to say y'all. Like we've talked about it before. Like y'all,
Fucking raise your standards.
y'all.
Get your shit together, bro.
I don't know,
Fuck.
man. It fucking worked out this far.
Oh, yeah,
But,
just
like-
looking at us as examples
Imagine
of
if
what
you
not
had
to
somebody
do.
good.
Hey,
In all fairness,
like I've said before,
All right, Mikey did this. I ain't gonna do that.
like I've
Yeah.
said
Jazz did
before,
that. I ain't
you,
doing that.
you learn more about other people's mistakes than you do about their success.
That's true. It's true.
Absolutely. Well,
If we've learned anything from cancel culture, god damn it, there's at least that takeaway.
I mean, fuck, even his first wife has a career and everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, God
Like,
damn.
Notice we
Like,
said first.
he's young.
Who's first wife?
Justin's first wife has a career and everything.
Sorry, I was confused for a second.
In all
I'm like,
fairness,
wait.
his worked out somehow.
I'm like, you.
The 3 of us all have a round 1 underneath us, and all of us are like, we don't speak of that.
Yeah, right.
My kingdom is everything the light touches. We don't talk about the shadowy part of
The
it.
shadowy part. Mm-mm.
Did I tell you that Mal invited my ex-wife to dinner?
Jesus.
Hey, to be fair, they will be best friends.
They pretty much are.
I
Like,
mean, you're the only one other than him that knows him.
I
had-
didn't know if
no,
I was
she's awesome.
excited or terrified when Mal found out that I was having a baby, and she was like, Auntie Mal has so many plans. And I was like,
It's a great thing. No, really, it's a great.
if
thing.
she
a great
turns
thing.
my child into a horse girl, I'm going to be so fucking mad.
I can't. I don't have any say in how what that ends up there. But
I'm
would,
going to be so fucking mad.
Jazz, would you rather your daughter be riding horses or something else?
It's the same
Fuck
thing.
you, John.
No, it's not, because depending on how well they
No,
get into
one could
horses,
cost me way less money.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
horses.
And it's the horse.
it is
good God.
because you can actually make money on horses.
But it's shit like that, and it's why I'm actually look. I am very, very, very lucky. And we had this conversation a couple nights ago when Mikey decided not to show up, and I told everybody we're having a baby.
See, Mikey, it fucking sucks, doesn't it?
All right.
But
Hey,
no,
Mikey, do you know how Justin feels now about Jess's wedding?
yeah.
Except Justin got told. I was standing there when he told him.
Shit.
No. I was standing there when he
there's
told you.
so many witnesses to the fact that he was,
I was
given
standing there.
date, time, where to be.
I think I even made a joke about it.
This bit is such
Jess. How long have you
bullshit.
been married now? Oh, 4 years? Almost?
No, 9/9 was 5 years. September 9th was 5 years.
Okay, so I'm so happy that 5 years later we can still play this show. I can pull that string and it still reacts.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very, very lucky that my group that I have around, and it's not just the ones on the mic right now.
Except me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Hey, go get me a spoon. My boy's got a lot of sand he needs to
Yeah.
fucking shovel out of there.
No, I need a fucking hose to hose it out of this vagina.
I am very, very lucky that
You got that in Ryobi?
I do. Do you have the battery powered little mini pressure washer?
I got
The one that turns
I got-
into a foam gun?
I got the real pressure washer.
I have that one too, but do you have the little one?
What? Ryobi
fucking-
has a foam party gun?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have that one.
Yeah.
Got everything, dude.
I know. Where was this in the early 2000s?
No, in all seriousness, and that's when you brought up about like, I don't want to be sappy, but the ones
Yeah.
on the show or whatever. I count myself very lucky that not only is it the ones on the show, but everybody on the show, significant others,
Right.
like the little tribe, the weird ass group of people that somehow we have formed the circle out of. If you take out the jokes, the fact that we focus on trying to laugh as a group as opposed to bitch as a group and all that
Right.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you take the comedy out
Yeah.
and you look at the quality of individual we have all surrounded ourselves with.
With the spectrum.
Yeah, well, some of you,
Yeah,
It's just
there's
pure autism.
a lot of you walk on your toes, and it's fucking, like it's
Jess, you're a poster child for autism. Are you fucking kidding me?
don't confuse superior intelligence for autism. There's a difference. So I'm flat-footed as fuck.
How much do you know about trains?
Nothing.
Fire trucks.
But fire
Fire
trucks?
Fire trucks, I got you.
Oh, we didn't even talk about our glory hole,
But we will.
which Jazz told me was from a fire truck.
We will. It is.
Oh yeah. I'm looking over here. I'm like,
Let me get through my
glory hole?
emotional point. But if you, honest to God, see, this is what I'm talking about. You take the comedy out. It's hard, but it's doable. If you look at the quality of individuals that we're surrounded by,
Yeah.
it's insane.
It really is.
It's unfair.
We have a pretty good group.
It's unfair if you really look at other people's friend groups.
Fuck that, dude.
You know,
We've all been through some shit.
Yeah.
We've all
Listen though.
We've earned this friend
Right?
group. Goddamn.
Those people that are like, oh, this is my high school friend. I've had this friend group for
Fuck
30
that.
years and they're so close.
No,
Fucking
bullshit.
Right? They haven't had an evolution in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us have.
We all met each other either
No,
in
none
the
of us
middle of bullshit
Well, none of us
or
are
right after.
none
We're
of
just
us are
middle age.
None of us are from here.
Nope.
That's true.
So we have a collective life experience from all these different places and different things that we've done. And we put it all together and somehow we all ran into each other.
I know more about Baltimore now
But here's
than
the
I've
thing,
ever wanted to know.
right?
Fucking me too.
You two don't know the same thing. Scott and I don't know the same thing. You and I, you know what I mean? Nobody here, it's not like we both had the same path in life. We've done similar things.
Oh, you and I are weirdly fucking
We've done
similar.
very similar things,
Okay.
but our lives have taken two drastically different paths.
And you're
So
not the
even
same
though we've had similar things done, when we talk about an event that happens or something that happened to us, we have different viewpoints on it.
Sure.
We understand each other, but everybody brings something different to the table. And I think that's why it works out so well. We don't have two people that are just mimics of each other,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, this dynamic wouldn't work if we were all the fucking same, man.
No,
Ugh.
it only works the good and the bad
Yeah.
because it's all so different. But like as somebody now that's expecting a kid and somebody that is it takes a tribe mentality on children, I count myself very lucky to have people I look up to that surround me.
Yeah.
That this kid now has to deal with.
Fuck half of the people that I know
It, like-
popping out kids right now. Though.
Poor fucking kid.
But I don't know, man.
I laugh at all you old people having kids.
Do you know what's great though? By the time my kid comes along, they'll have learned so much from all of us fucking idiots that I will never have to work a day
They
in my
might
life.
they
once
might
go make the
actually
money.
take care of you.
Yeah, my child is a retirement plan.
It's a good
Your
move.
child's a
Mine are
Coast
too
Guard.
close in age to take care of me.
My kids don't like me enough to take care of
If
me.
you
Like,
think
they'll
about
take
it,
care of Haley, but
if
I'm
you
fucked.
if you think about it, you could have been like my dad. If you had stayed in, they could have joined at the same time you were still wearing the uniform.
It's true.
Yeah.
That makes them a coworker.
Yeah, you're no longer family. You are a subordinate.
That's right.
My
Right.
dad and I were coworkers.
Did you ever salute your dad?
Had to.
Oh,
That's true. I mean, that's the job.
That's the fucking job. But yeah,
Yeah.
he showed up.
did you say dad?
What'd you call him, sir?
Sir.
Yeah.
Which
Balls,
Which
sir.
he actually, Justin can sign off on it. We were not allowed to do his children. We were not allowed to call him sir.
Yeah.
It was just a thing.
I would have done it out of spite.
But
I would have done it whenever he was.
But
You
I-
know goddamn well,
Okay, sir.
if there was anything that would piss Kelly off, Jazz did it. You fucking know it. Jazz was like, oh, that's going to piss him off? I'm going to exploit it.
you have no idea.
Like, find the weakness.
You have
Find the weakness.
no idea.
Beat the shit out of it.
Yeah. You have no idea. But no, when I was in, and he went to several of Justin's graduations and stuff too.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is that Justin and I were enlisted, and he was a fucking field grade officer. And when he showed up, he was in uniform. I was in uniform. It was
Yeah.
fucking lock your heels and fucking salute.
Yep.
Like, that's
Click your heels
what it is.
together twice.
now. It was immediately like, sir, and it was like, and then he did everything back.
Then, hey, buddy.
He's the whole 9 yards,
Oh.
and then it was hey buddy, and the
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he is as much as a jackass as he can be. In uniform, he was the consummate professional.
Sure.
Um,
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Just like, like over the years of me getting to
Yeah.
know your dad.
now, I'm not gonna lie, Justin and I can both sign off on it. The amount of mellowing I've seen in the last 36 months, the last 3 years, it's
been fucking great.
it's whiplashy though.
Yeah.
Like it's
How,
like
how
my
long?
neck
how-
hurt.
is that when he retired?
No, we won't get
20
into that.
It was post COVID. It was after Justin got married.
Yeah.
Yeah, it.
You
We
start getting laid or what?
No, pump breaks.
Fuck. Yeah.
We won't get into it, but yeah, there was reasons, and he's mellowed out, and it's been good for everybody involved. And now,
Oh.
honestly, he went from being somebody that I was like, Jesus, keep him at arm's length, to happy to have him around. He's great to be around.
Do you think that comes with age?
Yes.
Like,
I think
as
a
you get a
lot
little
of
older,
it-
you're like,
of
oh,
course.
okay.
I think a lot of it, that sense of urgency, he's
Yeah.
gotten there. So now that sense of urgency isn't there. I don't think, honestly, I think getting out of the military was the best thing that could have ever happened to him. I think that constantly trying to chase
Right.
what's next, what's the next accolade, what's the next, how do I prove myself or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I need a bullet point.
well, now I think he's old enough, and the veteran community doesn't like when I bring this up, but you're a civilian now and nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares.
Oh, and it doesn't matter what you got out as.
You are flexing on less than 1% of the population.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
I had a dude in Satmar who retired as a master gunnery sergeant. So he's an E9.
Yeah, you know
Right.
what his name is now?
Fucking Frank.
Bob.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah.
they're like,
But he was like, but he actually confronted me and was like, you were just a staff sergeant. And I was like, sure. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say right now, man. I was like, we want to make out? Like, what the fuck is your deal?
one of my prior company commanders
No.
has my number because he lives here in San Antonio. He has my number and he texted me. He was like, hey, I bought all these parts to build this AR-15. And I had to call my dad on this one because like, your dad said you could put it together for me. This is my follow-up address if you don't get it to him. And then he signed it Lieutenant Colonel in his name.
Right.
And I texted him back and I went, hey, Andy, when I get around to this, I will.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what you retired as.
Nope.
You retired. And I've been out for over a decade.
Oh, so you're a higher ranking civilian?
Oh,
I'm like,
can
Yeah.
we start?
You got
that?
time and grade on him, dude. You got time and grade on him,
Let's
bro.
Also-
do this.
Technically speaking, you're retired and unemployed. And you're asking a business owner to give up his free time to help you out. I don't know, you fuck all,
Sir.
sir.
Andy.
Yeah.
Fucking Andy.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I got to turn into a pumpkin. Like, share, subscribe, smash those things. Tell us about your role models. We want to hear about you guys. Like, who was a big influence in your life, man? Like, get some fucking engagement in here, man. We want to hear from you. Shit. Shout out to I want to shout out Bradley Freeman again for the booze and the glory hole. Pull the glory hole up.
Pull the glory hole up.
It's right by you, Jess.
It's right by you, John.
Oh.
It's over there. Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the side-mounted hose coupling
The
plate.
Freedom Friends glory hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm not
whole-
mistaken, this is actually the side-mounted
This one's mine.
hose coupling plate.
So
off the
you got to do it
side
this
of the
way
bumper truck.
so you can look.
Yeah.
You see what's on the other side.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But Bradley, tell
That's
me if
for
I'm
my
wrong.
belly
But I'm
button.
pretty sure that's the side mount.
That
coupling
piece
plate for a
cost
hose
like
truck.
$47,000 or
Yeah,
something.
probably.
Probably something ridiculous.
Before we sign out, I got one more shout out.
Okay.
Roger Best.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. R.I.P. Man.
Yeah. Roger Best, Matt Best's dad,
Yeah.
who we were all friends with, passed away. I think over the weekend or
In
Last couple
last
days.
year, right towards the end of the year.
Vietnam era Marine.
Awesome.
Actually, I talked to a gentleman who spent Christmas with him.
nice.
And was wildly concerned. And then he went hunting with Matt the day it happened to help get Matt's mind right.
Right.
But yeah, condolences, man.
Yeah.
Like that is,
Roger was a good dude.
we lost a legend.
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
I got the opportunity to take him on a hunt in Abilene, and he rode up and back with me.
Mhm.
So I got 5 hours in a vehicle plus 3 days on a ranch, and
Took him
I was his guide.
I took him to Cordis. Yeah.
And the best part is like there was 2 stories about Matt, and it was when he was like a little kid and his brothers and all that kind of shit. And the rest of them, like I was so intrigued with the stories that Roger had.
Yeah.
Great
It's
story.
fucking insane. Like what a fucking life.
Great
You
dude,
know?
though. Fucking funny as shit. Fuck, was he funny?
Amazing musician.
Talented. Yeah.
And
he could play the guitar and sing.
yeah, just a great fucking dude. So the world lost a legend, man. So R.I.P. Roger. You're a good fucking dude. So
Yeah. Here's
Yeah.
Roger.
yeah, here's to
Yeah.
that guy, man. Absolutely. Cheers, Roger. Cheers, boys. But for the rest of you, like, share, subscribe, smash those things, do all those buttons. Tell your mom, tell your friends, all that shit. 3 little things.
Yeah.
Not hard to do. John,
Smoke on.
Jazz,
Drink on.
God damn it, kids.
Freedom
to fuck on. Later.